Good morning, children. Welcome. Today we are going to learn about a very interesting topic. Okay, the chapter number 10, that is respiration in organisms. Respiration. Why we are studying this topic? Yes, why do we respire? So, let us learn this. We respire to get energy from food. Food contains stored energy. When we respire, the food is broken down in the cells of our body with the help of oxygen and energy is released. Correct? So why we are respiring? We eat food, but this food needs to be broken down into the simple substance as we have learned in the digestion process. Correct? We need some energy to break down these complex substances into the simpler substances. So this energy comes from the respiration, that is with the help of oxygen. Okay, so what is respiration? The respiration is the process by which food is broken down in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Okay, this definition you can remember in the parts. Okay, listen carefully how I am reading, where I am breaking the sentences. Respiration is the process by which food is broken down in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Okay, so what is respiration? What function is done? Food is broken down. Where it is broken down? In the cells of the body with the whose help? With the oxygen. And why it is done? To release energy. Okay, simple to remember the definition of respiration. Okay, since respiration takes place in the cells of the body, it is called cellular respiration. Why it is known as cellular respiration? Because this respiration is being conducted in the cells of the body, so it is known as cellular respiration. So what exactly happens in this cellular respiration? We take in the food, that is glucose. We consume glucose, and during the respiration we inhale oxygen. Correct? So glucose plus oxygen, and what we give out? Carbon dioxide is given out, then water is given out, and then we use the energy, that is energy is also released in this respiration. Okay, next, so what are the types of respiration? Okay, there are two types of respiration, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay, aerobic means what? There is oxygen involved in it, and anaerobic means what? It is absence of oxygen. So aerobic respiration is a respiration in which glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen to release carbon dioxide, water and energy. It takes place in most organisms. That is, see the reaction over there. Glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen. It gives out carbon dioxide, water and energy. Next is the anaerobic respiration. Is a respiration in which glucose is broken down in the absence of oxygen to release alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. It takes place in yeast. The example I can give you is of when you ferment some food, or making of alcohol also. Okay, that has a anaerobic respiration process, that is there is no, everything is closed, keep closed, the oxygen is not allowed to mix up with that food particle, so that there takes place the anaerobic respiration takes place there. So glucose in the absence of oxygen gives alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. Okay, in anaerobic respiration, in our muscle cells, glucose is broken down in the absence of oxygen to release lactic acid and energy. Okay, I'll give you one example. In this case, what happens? See, if you do lots of exercise, okay, sometimes what you feel, if you keep on running for long time, what happens? Or if you keep walking for long time, you get cramps in your muscles, or you get cramps in your legs. Correct? So why this cramps is coming, or due to what the cramps are taking place? Because when you are running, your cells are conducting the respiration process. Correct? Cellular respiration is taking place in your cells. But for certain time, the oxygen present in the cells is used up by the cell in those respiration. But after some time, the oxygen gets finished. Then what happens? The anaerobic respiration starts taking place in your muscles. Okay, so when there is anaerobic respiration taking place in your muscle cells, the glucose is converted into lactic acid. Okay, in the absence of oxygen, the glucose converts into the lactic acid, and then the energy is produced. Is it happen so that you get cramps and you fall down quickly? No, you can walk with those cramps also. Correct? So there is some energy released after the anaerobic respiration, that is the lactic acid which is produced in the muscle cell gives you the cramps in your legs. Okay, so it is easy to remember what happens when anaerobic respiration. You can remember the two examples, that is when alcohol is produced, for the production of alcohol anaerobic respiration, or the fermentation, you make the idli, dosa, there also the fermentation takes place, that is anaerobic respiration. And then second example I have given you of the muscle cells, when you exercise or walk or run for a long time, you get cramps in your muscles or legs, that is due to the production of lactic acid in your muscle cells. Okay, so we can sum up this respiration processes. Okay, see, aerobic respiration, it occurs in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration, it occurs in the absence of oxygen. It involves exchange of gases between an organism and outside the environment. Correct? And anaerobic respiration, there is no exchange of gases, it is absent. Aerobic respiration occurs in the cytoplasm and mitochondria. Anaerobic respiration, it occurs only in the cytoplasm. It always releases carbon dioxide and water. And anaerobic respiration, the end products may vary. You can see in the previous slide, correct? One was the alcohol was released, in the second the lactic acid was produced, correct? So end products may vary. In aerobic respiration, 36 ATPs are produced, and in the anaerobic respiration, only 2 ATPs are produced. ATPs means what? Adenosine triphosphate. That is the unit of energy used in all living cells. Okay, which is our energy molecules. Okay, so in anaerobic respiration, there is less ATPs production. Example, cells in our body, and the anaerobic respiration, that is yeast and the muscle cells. Yeast you use for the bread making also. Okay, there also the anaerobic respiration takes place. Then the ATPs is the universal unit of energy used in all living cells. It is a basic molecule which meets our energy needs and is formed in the later steps of glucose oxidation. This you will learn in the further classes. Okay, so here you have to just remember about ATPs means energy molecule. See, next is a breathing. Respiration is over, that is the internal thing. Okay, the cells, in the cells what is happening now? Breathing is outside the body, correct? What we can see from the outside. So breathing is the process by which oxygen rich air is taken in and carbon dioxide rich air is given out with the help of respiratory organs. So the taking in of air rich in oxygen is called inhalation. The giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation. That is, the process of inhalation and exhalation is known as breathing. In inhalation, we take the air rich in the oxygen, and then we give out the air rich in carbon dioxide. Okay, that is, we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide. Now, what is the breathing rate? Okay, when you go to the doctor, what they do? They check your pulse. Correct? So pulse means what? They're checking your breathing rate. At what rate you are breathing? How many breaths you are taking per minute? Okay, the number of times a person breathes in a minute is called a breathing rate. Now breathing, one breathe means what? One inhalation and one exhalation, both. Okay, you have to inhale oxygen and you exhale carbon dioxide, that is called one breath. Okay, so how many breaths you do in 1 minute is known as breathing rate. So today for homework, you can do this experiment at home, at the wrist. Okay, at the wrist you can feel the pulses, correct? So you have to keep a stopwatch in front of you, put a 1 minute stopwatch, and then count how many breaths you take. Or you can also concentrate on your breathing patterns and then count how many breaths you take per minute. That is your breathing rate. When a person needs more energy, he breathes faster. More oxygen is supplied to the cells, more food is broken down, and more energy is released. That is, when you sleep, you need the less energy. When you study, you need more energy. When you walk, you need more than the studying energy. And when you run, you need the most energy which the cells need, correct? And this depends on your breathing rate. When you inhale more air, there will be more breathing done, and the more breathing rate will be there. Okay, so here we have done about the breathing, what is the inhalation, what is the exhalation. Okay, so in the next video we are going to see about how is the process of breathing done. Okay, thank you children.